fucking humidity. No sunglasses required today. Man, what a dreary, rainy, nasty, yucky day. All day long. All day long. Yep. Damn, that wasn't good. Y'all didn't hear that, did you? That was my universal joint. What was wrong with it? Yeah. I'd turn the defroster on, I think, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Where's all my peeps at? All my folks. Utters and my daughter. I wonder where they're at today. Guess they'll be here soon enough. Itchy. Well, I got something on my back. It's been itching for a few days. A little red dot. I had Dee look at it. She said, "You got some kind of red dot there. Looks like a bite." Alrighty then. Here on the East Coast, it was hot today. It wasn't hot here. It's probably been in the 50s or so here all day. Well, no, not 50s. Probably 60s all day long. It was warm this morning, but it got humid as the day went on. Of course, you know, it is raining, but the air was real thick in the shop, so we had doors open and shit today. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Man, I wish that itch would go away. That'd itch me to death. Yep. Is that Ashley? Hey Ashley, what's happening? Is that you? Or is that Skylar? Or is it Utters? Which one of you is it? I see one person on there. I can't see the chat though. That's a problem. Welcome to live chat. I don't need to learn more. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, I can't see the chat, so if you say hello to me and I don't say hello back, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. Why I got two people watching. Hello, y'all. I don't. Oh, there we go. All right, I can see the chat now. I'm not sure what I did. I touched the screen and it went somewhere else, and I came right back. So, what's happening? Yeah. So, man, what a weekend. It's pretty rough this weekend. I went to a football game Saturday. Actually, I guess I just start out by telling the whole story. So, Saturday morning, my stepmom Margaret had said, "Okay, yeah, I'll go to the football game with you." So I was texting with her, and I guess she fell asleep while I was texting. And I thought, well, I'll just text her periodically, and then I'll call her, and maybe she'll be able to go to the game, because we were going to leave about 12 or 12:15, because the Battlehawks, which is our football team here in town, was giving away free hats. So I thought, man, that's cool. I could go get me a free hat and stuff like that, right? God, it's foggy. The weather's nasty. Anyway, so I texted her a few times. I didn't get any response, and so I decided that I would call about 11:30. Still didn't get a response. So I left a message on her answer machine. Well, come to find out, she had gone back to sleep. So I get a call I don't know, it's about 10 minutes after 12 or something like that. But I was indisposed. I had a few things. I had something I had to take care of before we left. I don't want to get into that, but so we ended up leaving, going to her house to pick her up. We got there about 20 after or something like that. And we waited. All right. So she came out at, I don't know, probably 12:35 or something like that. So I'd pretty much given up the idea of, getting a hat, which, it's no big deal. So, she got in the car, we took off, we left, we went down to the city, St. Louis, got in the parking garage, started walking down the sidewalk, and she starts talking about how she should have worn her tennis shoes because it was raining a little bit, and she was kind of poking fun at herself for not wearing tennis shoes. She was wearing Birkenstocks, which are, if any of you know, the Birkenstocks are kind of like sandals. So she's wearing these Birkenstocks, right? And not even a half a block later, one of the pavers on the sidewalk was sticking up. She trips over and boom, falls. So of course I freak out. I don't know what the hell's going on. I couldn't think of anything to ask but, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No, I'm not okay." So we roll her over and there's a puddle of blood about this big sidewalk. And I look at her mouth, and her mouth's all bloody. And I didn't realize there was anything wrong with her hand, because she didn't really say anything. I think she was kind of just in shock at that point. So we did finally get her to sit up, and I said, "Well, you want me to go get the car?" And she's like, "No, you don't do that. I don't want you guys to miss the football game." So we decided to call the paramedics. Well, being in St. Louis, I don't know anything about that city. So we're in St. Louis. I call the paramedics to come get her. They're drilling me with questions, of course. How old is she and what's injured? And I'm like, "Well, I know her mouth's bleeding and she may have hurt her hand. I don't know." And so she gets there, pick her up and everything. So we go into the game. Of course, I missed the hat. It's a big deal at that point. But we were in the game, and I kept texting with her. Well, come to find out, her wrist was broken, or it was dislodged, I guess you could say. I don't know if she actually broke her bone, but I know that they had to put her bone back in place anyway, and stuff like that. So she did break her wrist. Like I said, I don't know if it was broke, maybe dislodged. But anyway, so we went ahead and enjoyed the game. Well, we didn't really enjoy it because the Battlehawks lost, but they kind of beat themselves with penalties and stuff like that. Our quarterback threw a couple of interceptions, which didn't really help us. One of them was ran back for a touchdown. And we were coming back. We needed to score a touchdown to tie it up. And there was a play that ended on the 2-yard line. They were on the 2-yard line trying to get the ball snapped and ran out of time. The clock ran out on them. So that was kind of disappointing. So there, they had her on a gurney outside in the hallway, and we were standing there talking to her, and she was telling us everything she'd been through and all that stuff. And we were there probably, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. They decided to let her go. There wasn't a whole lot they could do. They wanted her to follow up and stuff like that. So we leave there. Before we left, they gave her a prescription, called in a prescription at the local pharmacy, Walgreens, not knowing that the Walgreens didn't have a pharmacist after 2 o'clock. So the pharmacy was closed. So we decided we were going to go to a different pharmacy in the same road at the other end. Well, guess what? Same situation, no pharmacist. All right, well, you know, shit happens, right? So we decided we were going to go to I don't know, municipality or a little city or town called Creve Coeur, because they have a Walgreens that was open 24 hours a day. So we get to the Walgreens, you know, we're sitting around talking, and we must have been there for, I don't know, half hour or so before we even got to the window. And the woman was like, you know, getting information and everything for me, for Mom. And she says, after we had waited all this time, well, I'm sorry, sir, but our policy is that since that's a narcotic and it's a controlled substance, we're not allowed to transfer it within the company. What? It's a freaking Walgreens. That's the place they call. You know, why can't you do that? I wasn't going to argue with her. This is what I'm thinking the whole time, you know. So by this time, it's like 8 o'clock. So we leave, we take her home, and I'm like, shit. She told me she wanted Starbucks coffee. So, but I took her home, and then we turned right around and left, went back to Starbucks to get coffee. So we did that. We weren't in line very long there, thank God. But, hold on. Damn CB radio is picking up the static in the air. But, it was just, Saturday was a real freaking, it's a nail biter, definitely, you know. It's pretty wild. But, anyway, so she's a little banged up. She'll make it. She's all right, you know. She's a veteran of war, so she's pretty tough. Needless to say, she'll heal up in no time. But she hasn't had any pain medication at all. Oh, excuse me. Woo. She's just been using Tylenol. She says that she's in pain, but it's bearable. So it's more of a like a numbing pain than it is, you know, like a stabbing pain, I guess. Anyway, so I had to let my boss know this morning what had happened, because I have a feeling that I'm going to end up having to take some time off of work because she's going to have follow-up appointments and stuff. And I want to make sure that, you know, she's well taken care of or whatever. So, yesterday, I watched a football game, a couple of different football games. Seems like now on the weekends during the spring, the UFL football is what I like to watch on TV during the day. But I record the games as well, so that a buddy of mine texted me, called me Eddie Haskell. What's up, viewer? How you doing? Viewer number 2. You gonna come in and listen a while, or you gonna take off? Anyway, so I was watching the Washington game, or the DC Defenders. They were playing the Kings. Is that right? Yeah, they were playing the Kings. That was a pretty good game. Their quarterback got hurt. DC's quarterback got hurt. Looks like he's out for the rest of the season. So their playoff chances are looking pretty slim now, because their backup is just not a very good quarterback as far as I'm concerned. So they'll probably get eliminated first round. But fortunate enough for the Battlehawks, I think we'll probably be the team to eliminate them first round, because according to the records, and you know, 5-3 on both teams, we'll end up playing them first in the playoffs. but I think we're going to be playing NBC. Not really sure yet. Oh boy. So, that ought to be interesting. Anyway, we got one more away game and one more home game. And then there's 2 playoff games. There's the divisional championship and then there's the league championship. I guess whoever that was took off. That's okay. I don't mind. But then I watched another game that was European football. Now this was Sunday, early in the day. Well, I don't know. Let me take that back. During the DC game, I was going back and forth. Like, I would go outside and mow a little bit, come back in, and watch some of the game. Then I'd go mow some more or weed eat or something. I did that probably 3 or 4 times. Excuse me. Whew. That's what getting up at 4:45 in the morning will do for you. Anyway, so hold on. I went on the overpass, but anyway, so yeah, I did some weed eating, and I managed to get the whole yard mowed. I'm glad I did because it's been raining like hell all day long. Nasty ass rainy weather. Of course, you know, the people around here, they don't know how to freaking drive in rain, so I'm having to be like especially attentive to what's going on around me. I washed some clothes, I got some dishes washed, shit like that. Unload the dishwasher, put new dishes in it. Folded 2 or 3 loads of laundry. I don't know how many. I think 3. Or maybe, yeah, it was 3. I folded 3 loads of laundry yesterday. Washed dishes and all that good shit. Well, yesterday wasn't too bad, I don't guess. Mountain Dew Kickstart. There you go, Mountain Dew. There's your plug, and I'm using my channel to do it for free. Y'all need to hire me for a commercial. You hear me, Mountain Dew? Y'all need to hire me for a commercial. Anyway, I'll turn around here and let you guys see how bad the weather is today. It is nasty. Look at that. Nasty, wet, rainy, dreary. We're coming across the bridge. But it's real foggy too. It's terrible. I'm trying to keep my following distance, you know, away from people. All I need is to crash in the back of somebody. That'll make my insurance go up again. I keep getting calls from my insurance companies want me to take their rate. I had one lady text me today, you know, this is an absolute, you know, last time we're going to contact you. Good. I told you motherfuckers I didn't want to talk to anybody but the people at the actual company anyway. I don't want to talk to no damn insurance brokers. The brokers, all right, so when you go to buy insurance, you have to go through an insurance agent, a broker. That agent sets everything up, takes care of the paperwork, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, picks and chooses what you're going to be covered by, blah, blah, blah. So they can charge you whatever they want to, you know. I'd rather just go straight to the company and say, look, this is me. This is my driving record. These are my cars. Now give me a price. And I eliminate the middleman. It's almost like, you know, when I was younger, and I would buy a bag of pot from somebody. Like the bag would cost me $45, but I would have to either give the person who got it for me a couple of dollars for their time, or I would have to give them some of my pot. Basically the same thing. So insurance brokers are, you know, they're going to make what they want to make. Unfortunately, these people, get out of my way. I'm not trying to push anybody down the road. So what's up, Ashley? How are you today? I'm sorry, I've spent the whole time just yammering on. I haven't even checked on you. How are you? Or did you fall asleep? I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to put people to sleep for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. I guess I'm just that boring. I need to make some money. I'm thinking about doing an album show tonight. Or maybe a DVD show. I don't know. I'd like to maybe also do a Playboy show. I need to do a bunch of shows this week because my finances are looking kind of grim. I need to make some money. I got a vacation coming up next month. I'd like to be able to afford the gas. I got to put $75 or $100 away just for gas. You know, for like going to Ohio. Not Ohio, I'm sorry. Kentucky. Ashley, are you there? I haven't seen any action or any activity the last 15-20 minutes, maybe even longer than that. I got a thumbs up and it says I got one person watching. I got 2 messages from Ashley. Generally when I ask her, are you there, she'll text me back and let me know, yes Daddy, I'm here. I haven't seen that yet, so I'm guessing maybe she's not there. Anyway, oh, I'm tired today. Fatigue's killing me. No, I don't want to go home and sit in a chair and fall asleep, but I may end up doing it. This is what rainy days do to me. They just make me lazy. I don't want to do nothing. I guess Ashley's not there anymore. It says I still got 1 viewer. Maybe if I refresh. I don't know. Let's try something here. Well, let's see. I'm going to learn more. You're fine. Oh, okay. You're my only viewer. Yeah, I see that now. For some reason, it wasn't putting your chats up there. I see your chat now. You said, I'm fine living. Yep, I see that. I don't know. YouTube's like, for some reason. It's not just me. Everybody's having problems with YouTube today, I think. I was watching a guy that I watch from time to time. His name is Andy. And he was bitching about his viewership because he wasn't seeing the numbers that he usually sees, and he was thinking it was an algorithm. But and as far as I know, there was a couple of people I was watching that like their feeds just like cut off in the middle of their sentence. She was talking, there was a girl talking, and it went off like in the middle of her conversation. Yeah, I know. I always lose my signal right around here. I hope I've got it back. Maybe. I don't know what it is about this part of town. Sometimes I lose my signal, sometimes I don't. I guess it just depends on the conditions. Oh, man. Here we go. It's you? Oh. It's you what? Have you not been trying to text me or comment? So I'm wondering, I haven't seen Skylar. I wonder if she's going to be on here. Of course, I don't have it. About 6 or 7 minutes, I'll be home. Something like that. Oh, man. I'm freaking exhausted today. I got 10,000 steps yesterday. That was pretty cool. That's just because I did so much walking and everything. Like I said, I mowed the yard and I went up and down my stairs, 1,000 steps anyway. That's pretty unusual for me for the weekends. I mean, I walked 6 blocks to the football game and then 6 blocks back, and then I walked another probably 4 or 5 blocks from where we parked the car to go see Mom in the hospital or to go pick her up. Dude, you better not hit me, dumbass. And I only got like 5,000 steps yesterday. I mean, day before, Saturday. Which is kind of amazing because generally when I go to the stadium, I get, 7,000, 8,000 steps. But I didn't do a lot of walking around either. I was too worried about what was going on with Mom to, somebody smoking that fucking skunk weed. That shit's nasty smelling. Ugh. I hate the smell of weed. I guess if I could smoke it, it'd be different, but I choose not to. I don't need to get wrapped up in that shit again. Of course, my emotions now aren't as bad as they used to be. I'm not always on the edge and stuff like that anymore. I live a pretty relaxing life at this point. Let me see here. I'm going to do this again, see if we got more chat. Okay. Did I get my signal? Ashley, can you see me? I can never tell. I wish I could. I wish I could tell when I was on and when I wasn't. I have to rely on, people telling me, hey, look, you're there or you're not. You know what I mean? I thought once I got this new phone that, I wouldn't be losing my signal and shit, but apparently I was wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong, Anyway. I'm about 3 minutes from my house. All right, come on, little Honda. Let's go. Not you, little Honda. You stay there. Yeah. My windows is all foggy. I guess that would help if I turned my freaking defrost on, wouldn't it? Oh well. Yep. Algorithm doesn't like me, I don't guess. Of course, I've gotten out of my schedule. Usually I would be on like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's been a few weeks where I've taken some time off and I haven't done anything. Kind of affected my album sales too, because I did an album show last Wednesday night and I had some people ask about albums and I had some people want to look at stuff, but I didn't actually sell an album, which is unusual because generally I sell at least one, but I'm thinking maybe I wasn't pulling the right crowd, or there was somebody on a Wednesday night that was more popular than me, because that happens too. There's a guy up in New Jersey. He's pretty entertaining. I like watching him. And he's up in New Jersey. And he goes through he probably sells $1,000, maybe $2,000 worth of albums every night that he's on. I'd like to get to that point. But, to get to that point, I would have to make enough money or save enough to buy an ass load of albums or a storage unit or something that had albums in it. That way I could go through and sell them for, $2, start a bid at just $2 or something, But unfortunate enough for me, I don't have that much money. I don't really care, but anyway. All right, folks. Well, this is the end of my day. This is the end of my video. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go here in the house and all right. You like me. What do you mean you like me? Alright. Well, anyway. Oh, now see, I got two people now. Now that I'm sitting in front of my house and I'm getting ready to turn this thing off, I finally get somebody else to come in too. Hello, viewer. Who are you and where are you from? See if I can get somebody to talk to me. Loves you too, kiddo. I'll talk to you again soon. I guess this other person either can't speak English, can't understand English, or is one of those that just like to go through and watch people for a minute. So, other viewer, I'm sorry, but you've missed out. I'm at home now, and I'm going to turn this thing off. You want to check me out? I'll be on Wednesday afternoon on my way home from work. I'll be on Wednesday about the same time. Y'all take it easy. We'll talk to you again soon.